What's up, guys? Today, just real quick, I am going to track test this SCDRL. It's a top Eliminator and Pro Index build, so made to run in the 400 index, which is the fastest of top Eliminator. It's also right in the middle of our Pro Index, so with single car you can run two classes. This particular one features level 10 tipped motor mags, wing tractions, custom, let's see if you can get in there, custom 2 ohm arm, so this is a 35.5 gauge, epoxy, ground, trued, all, you know, the works. Gold hardware, got orange front rims on it because the front of the body that goes on it is orange, the back's blue, so pretty cool combo. Let's swap you around here. We'll get this thing staged up. Okay, we're staged now. I'm gonna have to, actually I'll just put this right here so that you guys can see what goes on. We're going for a 400. That's the index that it runs in. So we wanna run 4 O's basically. Teens are okay too, so 4 teens will get it done. So there we go. That combo works, 407 with a 9. So that's neutral timed also. So I am gonna run it probably another time here real quick. Actually, I'm gonna set that off. Let's see if I can get you guys set up at the finish line here. Oh yeah, this is a good shot. So we're right at the entry to the finish line. So this is the speed trap. This is actually the last sensor and where the brake is in the rail. But I think if I put you guys right here, yeah, that'll still be fine. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're gonna run one more pass. The reason I'm running a couple passes is I want to make sure it doesn't go under 4.0. If it does, we want to detune it. But this setup right here, 407. Pretty dang good. All right. Let's see what we got. Okay, so that time, 426. So that's not ideal. More than likely, it's probably, with these smaller sticky tires, it probably sputtered a little bit off the starting line, like almost like a wheelie. And I do have heavy springs in it, so that can cause it to do that. Make another lick here real quick. But we want to figure out where the car kind of levels out. So there's a 17. So pretty dang good. We do clean the tires every pass. Also too, you know, we want to make sure that the car, with our type of racing and qualifying, we don't run back to back. We'll run through, you know, 8 sets of cars before we get back to this one. But as we go through eliminations, we do run them back to back. So we round robin them, which at that point the car does get up to temperature. So when you guys are building stuff for our SCDRL races and you're doing testing, you just want to make sure that you account for that, because when you do run 4 O's, you know, if the car can run 4 O's when it's cold, when it's hot, and it doesn't matter, that's ideal, but that's very, very difficult to do. So we like to keep that challenge there because it does keep variables at play that, let's swap this around real quick here. It does keep variables at play that make it difficult for any one individual to master. And you know, we do that on purpose because it is virtual racing. So it'd be different if you were here physically. Okay, so there's a 420. So that's pretty close to the range that it's running in. I definitely could adjust the timing and whatnot, but that's really a strong run. Let's see here. I got you guys on the stand now, but I'm gonna go ahead and clean the tires really good. The track's clean, but it also has only had a few passes on it since we ran SCDRL. So I just want to make sure that the car's not all of a sudden going to run up 370 or something like that. So we'll run it again. This time I'll give you guys kind of a launch pick. It's out of there. Okay, so I definitely picked up that time. So I did turn the timing up on it. I advanced the timing. It's still kind of hovering around right there. So that's not bad. I mean, that's pretty much where this car wants to run, and it can definitely be tuned from there. Could try different tire sizes. I mean, we can do that real quick. Let's do that real fast. We'll head up to my office. Might as well, since you guys are on here, right? We'll go up to the office and we'll throw a different set of rears on here. These might be like 432s. Let's do that. Let me turn off my music so that we don't get flagged, because everybody in the music industry has their hand out for their music, which I get it, whatever. But I think it's lame that if somebody accidentally has the music on in the background, all of a sudden it's the end of the world and just annoying. So I'm gonna try. Dang, I don't even think I have a set in here. Here we go. No, that's not the set either. Let's make sure that we know exactly what we're putting on here. So 275 rim. These likely were a 432, which that's 432 mounted on a 250. So on a 275, real close to 450, which isn't a bad size, but we are going to put a little bit bigger tire on there. Actually, we're going to put a lot bigger tire. We're going to go all the way to a 466. We'll see what that does. Hopefully you guys enjoying this. So I'm going to it's a 452, which I know these numbers can be confusing because our advertised numbers are with the tire mounted on a 250 rim, but when you run a 275 rim, obviously bigger rim, that changes stuff. So this particular tire is the 452 on a 250. Since we're running it on a 275, it's going to be up around 468. So going to a 468, I'm going to keep everything else the same. Also too, since it's been like, what, 2 minutes since we've run this thing, has cooled down a bit, so check it out. I'll put you guys at the finish line again. Okay. All right, here we go. All right. Sometimes too, I'll judge how fast the run was by how far in the shutdown the car goes. So if the car goes further, typically did run faster. So there we go, 405. 405. I don't want to go any more with it. So we probably will, let's see, put this over here. We'll run one more pass in just a minute here. I'll wait just a minute because we wouldn't normally, you know, like I said earlier, we wouldn't run them back to back to back. Not like pass to pass to pass. There's usually a little bit of a time delta between running other cars. So I just want to make sure that all of a sudden the car doesn't go outside of that number, because for top Eliminator, if it runs faster than a 400, it's too fast for the class, and basically it's stuck at that 400. For Pro Index, you could run all the way down to a 30, but with this particular car, the customer wants to be able to run both classes with it. So that's what we're going for. I'm going to stage the car. Let's see, make sure. There we go. We're staged and we're running. Okay, so I heard it hesitate just a smidge off the line, and that just means sometimes that it is trying to wheelie. This track is 15.5 feet long. So yeah, that little sputter, it did run a 420. So kind of the same pattern as last time. We ran a 407, and then we went to, I don't know, I think we ran a 421 or something like that. You guys have to check the video, but good thing about it is in the range, and I think we're going to call that one good. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you have questions or not sure what's going on, let us know. I also encourage you to check out the SCDRL section of the Viper website. We do a lot of really cool proxy drag racing. Doesn't matter if your car's fast or slow. This car actually would race up against a T-Jet that could run a 2-second lap. And as long as that 2-second lap is 2.005, it would be a 407, right? So it all comes down to the thousandth of a second, and that's because of the program that we have developed. So we have made it so that anybody can run any cars they want. We race the cars for you. We have this ladder here, so 16 cars. We have multiple classes. If there's more than 16 entered in any given class, we create another class. So we call them groups. So you could have 6 groups in one class. You could have 10 groups in one class. That'd be if there was 160 entries for just that one class, which pretty cool. But what it does is it gives you the opportunity to win your group or get second. So we have killer prizes. We have a ton of really cool sponsors, and we do it all right here on the Viper drag strip. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. Check out SCDRL on the Viper website for more information, or you can throw out the messages here, and myself or anybody else that is familiar with SCDRL can answer them for you. So have a good one, guys. See ya.